Welcome back to Dad and Diesel's Reaction Channel. And today what we got for you on our channel is Jamee Jams YouTube channel. And she's a cancer patient but also a reactor. And today she's got a friend on there and they're going to react to Cancer by Tom Macdonald. And what I want to do is I want to see what actual survivors of cancer or current patients of cancer treatments and victims of cancer think about Tom Macdonald's song Cancer. So if you've never been here before, please subscribe, come back, watch us grow. We're getting better every day, every week. We're getting new equipment. We did get a new camera today, and unfortunately it doesn't work with Chromebook. And then our mic doesn't work with our current camera. So we're trying to get everything to where it all works together. So we got to buy a new computer starting out. So we'll get that here soon. So hit that subscribe button, watch the video all the way through, then hit the like button, leave a comment, and let's get started on this. I mean, come on, man, let's get this done.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Jamee Jams coming back at you with another reaction video. Today I have a special friend for you all to meet. This is actually my friend Karen.
Hi everyone.
And if you've watched my journey and you've been a subscriber of mine for a while, you know that back in April I was diagnosed with cancer and I took a little hiatus, as most.
And I didn't know that she took a hiatus. I just, I hadn't seen her do any reaction videos, and I thought I had heard something through the grapevine that she had cancer, but I don't know how. I don't remember where I heard it, and so it's kind of devastating because she was one of my favorite reactors, and then she just kind of disappeared. One of those that because you liked so many, you forgot you liked them, and yeah, she just kind of faded away, and that's kind of sad. So if you get a chance, go over to Jamee Jams YouTube page and just give her some likes. She has a lot of good videos and good reactions. And I don't think she's reacted in a while, so I hope things are going well. If there's some updates, let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. But let's get back to her reaction.
I wasn't posting videos, and I was actually away at a treatment facility where I met this lovely lady. And this lovely lady, her name is Karen, she actually was battling stage 4 breast cancer when I met her. And I'm going to let her talk just briefly about her experience and her cancer, just so you guys can get to know her a little bit. And then we'll get into the reaction video that...
We all know somebody that's been affected by cancer. Either a parent, a child, a grandparent, aunt, uncle, best friend. We all know somebody that's been affected by cancer, and pretty much probably everybody watching has lost somebody to cancer. And so it affects so many of us, whether it's us having it or the people we know. And so it's pretty devastating.
We're going to do.
Hi everyone, it's Karen. So yeah, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer this year, and with the grace of God and conventional medicine and mostly naturopath medicine, I am healed. And I am so proud to say that I get to see my babies grow. And after being told that I only had 2 to 5 years of life left, and
the survival rate for cancer nowadays is higher than it was. My mom passed away from cancer. There was nothing they could do for her because she had COPD and emphysema. And they basically just sent her home and said, hey, you got a year. Here's a bunch of meds to help you feel better. She lasted, I think, between a year and a half, 2 years. She even had a I'm dying party or celebration for Thanksgiving one year and gave my brother and myself all her stuff and split it up to who gets what. And so, yeah, that's my story with cancer. My mom had it, my grandma had it and survived. I had a scare with cancer recently. A lot of people don't know that. I had some issues going on. They thought there was a chance it could be cancer, and it's still not ruled out 100%. the symptoms just went away, and they said it just could have been just one of those things where your body just wasn't doing right. They don't see anything on the CAT scan. Doesn't mean 100%, but so we got to watch it. They said next year or two, just keep an eye on the symptoms, see if they return. So fingers crossed that nothing comes back. And like they said, it was just part of my body going through its changes and doing its thing.
Go home and get everything arranged and prepare for death. I get to say I get to live.
So obviously I'm super happy because we met and we bonded together, and at that time there was a lot of uncertainty.
Yes.
And so she's actually here at my house right now, and she surprised me for my birthday, which was the best surprise I could ever have asked for. And
Hardest secret ever to keep, by the way.
And I'm so happy that she's now cancer free. I still continue on my battle, but I'm so happy to hear that Karen is now cancer free. So back when I was doing the Tom Macdonald videos, and I'm sure, do you know who Tom Macdonald is? Do you know him? So Karen doesn't know who Tom Macdonald is, but I've done a couple of his reaction videos. I saw that he did have one for cancer. And full transparency, I've heard parts of his chorus. I've never seen the video, and I haven't heard the whole video. And so I thought with her in town, maybe that would be a good one for us to react to together. She really wasn't on the reaction board with me. So definitely give her some love in the comments on this video, because it took a little bit of arm twisting to get her.
Make sure you head over there to Jamee Jams YouTube page. Check out her video of the reaction and leave a comment. Leave some support comments and encouraging comments. Watch the video all the way through and like it, and subscribe to her channel and see what she's got. And give the love, give the support. That's what we're doing. That's why I react to other reactors, to pass it on, to help each other out. It's a good community, and everybody's pretty nice to each other.
In front of the camera today.
Yes.
But with that being said, we are going to start the video. Again, it is Tom Macdonald, and the video and the song is called Cancer.
Everybody knows someone who's sick. 40% will get cancer. Only half's gonna live. Your mom and your dad and your sister stand inside a room. Someone won't survive it. Do you hope it isn't you? I swear that cancer has a cure, but they're refusing to make it. They done like 40 years of research, 90 billion in donations.
When I was sitting in the room, I was all by myself. I have my kids, and that's about it. And the doctor come in, and it was like waiting to find out, are you getting the death sentence? And he come in, and it seemed like forever for him just to tell me we don't see anything. He says he's got a 98% probability I don't have cancer. But, you know, and so I probably don't, but just waiting to hear the news, I can't fathom being told you got cancer. And then you got to worry about what stage is it in, what kind of cancer. I know some cancers have better cure rates than others. What are the treatments like? You know, I don't go through a lot of medical issues, and so you start thinking all these different things in your head: bills and work and kids. How are you gonna tell the kids? And I just can't fathom it. And
We've been running for the cure and wearing ribbons for ages. Why are people still going through radiation? It's crazy. $100 billion industry, they can't afford to end it, and nobody wants to die. Our only option is to spend it.
Just adding to that a little bit, it's true. Your only option is to spend it. You know, when you find out you have cancer, and everyone's.
I got a co-worker who just went through cancer, and she's never financially recovered. She even had insurance, and they paid for a lot of it, but she had to file for bankruptcy. She's probably going to lose her car, her house. You know, they're garnishing her wages every month for stuff, and now she's got to live the rest of her time here on earth because she's older, worrying about these bills. And now they're saying there's a chance she could have cancer again. And she told us, she said, you know, I'm not going to give her name out, So I guess it'll be okay to talk about. She told us, I'm not going through the treatment again. For one, I can't afford it. Two, I don't think my body can take it. So, and that's another. I just can't fathom being in these people's shoes. It's got to be devastating, and a lot of them stay strong and look so strong, but inside I know they're hurt.
Kind of just like, try this, try that, try this, try that. You know, you spend it because you don't have the option to not spend it. You know, people will send you a link. Hey, I hear this does something. Like, please try this. And then you research it and you're like, I need this. And then, you know, the next thing you know, you're spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, at least
Grands.
in my case. Yeah.
Several grand.
Give anything to stick around for just another second. Give a fortune to the doctors who promise they can extend it. Profits are astronomical. The hospitals and the clinics are filling coffins with dollars. It's awful, let's just admit it. We're all human, we'll keep fighting cause it's how we survive. But it's scary cause we don't know where we'll go when we die. Don't give up, I know you're strong. Show them all your fire. The days are hard, the nights are long.
I will say too, like, you know, having cancer, and it's something I haven't experienced before, but your days are long, your days are hard, and your nights are long. And ever since I had the diagnosis, like, I just don't sleep. I mean, I just can't sleep, and I don't know if it's my mind racing or if it's the things I take or what, but I'm up and down all night long. It's almost like the cancer is just moving around and alive while I'm asleep and keeping me awake. It's something I can't describe.
I mean, like, for me, when I found out I had cancer, I thought my life was ending, and I'm still struggling, even though I'm, you know, considered healed or full remission. But, I mean, it's the first thing I wake up.
And the person I know who had cancer could have it again. She thought she was in the clear and was going to be good, and now all of a sudden she could have cancer in more than one spot. And then we also have another at work that battled through it with a loved one, and somehow he miraculously made it through. And he went through some pretty tough treatment, and now he's married and doing good. And it's just weird how that stuff works. And it's almost like you'll see a guy get shot 17 times and live. One guy gets shot one time and dies. It's fun. It's strange how death goes. You live. Oh, you die. You die. You live.
I think about it several times during the day, and I have my moments where I break down, and I go to bed many nights crying, you know, knowing, like, is it going to come back? Full revengeance, you know, am I going to see my kids grow? How much time do I have left? Or why do I get to be the lucky one? I mean, cancer really consumes you, not physically, but emotionally as well.
It does, for sure. Yeah. We'll keep it rolling.
Refills at the touch of a button. Small business health insurance that just makes sense.
You can transform your videos from looking like an 80s home video to a modern day Hollywood blockbuster. And you can do that by adding
That line right there is the best line that I think emanates cancer altogether. Is, you know, you're a fighter when you're tired, because you don't
have a choice.
You don't have a choice. Like, no. You have to be strong, and you have to fight every single.
Trying not to let these girls make me ugly cry today. I've never gotten emotional on this channel. I know we're still new, but this one's really tugging. You know, it's really tugging at them heartstrings. Look in those eyes. Look at her eyes. You can see the pain just being in there, but you can see her strength. and her trying to be strong.
Day, because you don't have the option to just lay down and give up. And we know what happens when you lay down and give up, and so you have to fight. And this goes out to everybody that has cancer, and just know that you're not alone. And I hope you have a support person the way I have a support person. And
Best one.
she's the best one, actually, but we'll keep it rolling.
Nothing matters if you don't have your health. All the money in the world doesn't help. The good might go to heaven and the bad might go to hell, but no one wants to leave here.
I love how Tom acknowledges heaven and hell. He is one that's not ashamed to talk about Christianity. He's got the song Church, but I just love the way he pointed out both and tells us that he believes in, whether he agrees with either one, we don't know. We just know he believes in them both.
And cancer touches everyone, it's in our genetics. And our world's become so toxic, it's all carcinogenic. We've polluted the water, the air, the food we're ingesting is full of hormones and poison. Our population's infected. They sell us cigarettes and liquor, built a business on addictions. We've been paying them to kill ourselves. We're dying to keep living. It's the system, it's a prison. We keep trying to beat it. We get cancer from keeping all of our demons a secret. And our insurance don't cover the things we need to defeat it. And even if it does, then we might die from the treatment.
That right there too, you know, you go through that. You battle with the healthcare companies and the insurance companies, and please cover this, and I need this, and you know, some of it's covered and some of it's not, and sometimes you end up with a big bill because you need it, and then it just says, you know, you can die from the treatments. I mean,
and not only is that person I know got these bills, if she passes away, now her family has to pay for these bills. They just don't go away. And so that's another stressor on these cancer patients is, if I do pass away in the middle of these treatments, now my family's stuck paying for a treatment that didn't save me. And so I could have just not done it at all, could have not delayed the inevitable, and my family wouldn't have this large bill. So they have that stress on them.
there are so many treatments where, you know, there's books. If you've read the Chris Beat Cancer book, they talk about some of it's called Desperation Oncology, where they just start throwing things at you because they just don't know anymore. And you end up in one of those boats and it can kill you. And it's so incredibly scary.
And there hasn't been that many advances in the last 60 years. I mean, in terms of chemo, it is.
Especially with all the money that gets raised.
And, like, the treatments that I did, no coverage. No coverage whatsoever. So it was money all out of pocket, took away from my kids. But you know what? That's fine. I came out of this stronger, and
you sure did.
Yeah. And
See, she brought up the point. Like I said, they worry about their family. Most people aren't selfish, and they think about those other people.
I hope I can be an inspiration for you, many of you out there that are going through this journey yourself. So
you are for me, that's for sure.
Fences living like we do not know what cancer is. Fight it if you have it and pray that there's something after this. Don't give up, I know you're strong. Show them all your fire. The days are hard, the nights are long. But you're a fighter when it's dire. You burn brighter in the dark. You're a survivor when you're tired. You hold tighter, you have heart. You won't know how to be brave till you choose to fight when you're afraid.
You don't know how to be brave until you choose to fight when you're afraid. You don't have a choice but to be brave. And you think you're brave, and you think you're strong, and you think you're invincible, and you think all these things about yourself before you get cancer, and you don't think about your health, and you go out and you drink and you have fun and you eat whatever you want, and then one day you get the diagnosis, and then all of a sudden you have to be brave, and you have to fight when you're afraid, and then you know how brave you are. Like, I know now how brave I actually am because I don't have a choice to not be. And yeah.
I mean, I made so many sacrifices. I mean, I know many people would not understand this, but cancer was the best thing for me. I mean, I ate terribly. I didn't exercise. Looking at me now, you couldn't tell I had cancer, but just within this year and doing a lifestyle change, I mean, I've lost so much weight. I'm healthier. I feel better. And just knowing that, like, food can be your power. It's It's your medicine.
And you can experience strength too. Struggle to carry the weight. And you won't know why you have faith too. You look the devil in his face. And you don't know what you can take too. You realize you need a break. Don't give up, I know you're strong. Show them all your fire.
That clip right there, just going back, I don't want to mess with it too much, but just seeing the family like pounding on the door and banging their head on the door, it's just, I've seen what it's done to my family, you know. I know how hard it is on them, and I
See, once again, they see what the effects of the family are, and they're worried about it. They're stressed about it. So that's just another added stress on.
feel like sometimes cancer is harder on the people that love you than it is on me, because they are helpless in the situation. There's nothing that they can do other than give you their support, and it's hard, and I know it's tiring, and I think all of my friends and family, each and every one of you, and even my subscribers on my channel, that they message me all the time and they just say, keep fighting, you're doing great, you're gonna get this, and it's just amazing to have that support system. It's so important.
I mean, I never realized how much love there is, especially for me. I had so much support from
And
friends,
fundraisers.
families, to even strangers to help me get where I am. And I think that was also part of my journey in all this, was to learn how to receive.
Right.
I mean, I've
hard.
always struggled with that, and I'm still struggling with that today, but my word of advice is, if someone is truly offering to help you, accept it. I know, like, you may not be able to repay them, but they are wanting to help you. They want to see you live.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with cancer right now, please listen to their words and take it in, and they're right. You know, they're totally right.
So,
And I mean, just last week, you know, my parents were over helping me with some stuff, and I just kind of looked at them, and I got them dinner, and I just broke down on the floor, and I just knew that, like, there's no way I can ever repay what they've done for me, you know. And that feeling of, like, having someone love you so much that they'll do anything for you and not being able to repay it is one of the hardest things you have to deal with emotionally when you have cancer. Like, it just
sometimes that's worse than cancer.
you know. Oh my gosh, the song.
Okay, the waterworks are coming out.
I know.
Powerful song.
Oh, that song is, yeah. I mean,
That was a powerful reaction by Jamie Jams. So head over to Jamee Jams, rewatch this video, like it, and leave a comment, and subscribe to her channel and show support. And I look up to you both, and my prayers are out to both of you, and that Jamie, you're doing well and recovering, and that your friend there is still cancer free, and she's there for you. And I appreciate your reaction to this. It helps us get Tom's song out there, and helps us get your message out there, and it may help just one person. Jamee Jams, if we help just one person through cancer with this right here, then we've succeeded. You succeeded, and Tom Macdonald succeeded. So, thanks for joining us today. Like I said, watch the video all the way through, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.